Oh my. Okay. I think I would have to end the call and call back. So just give me a minute. I would have to end the call and call back and then. Like I was saying, 22 local government areas result already mentioned, already called, PDP leading. What is your expectation from the new government? This will be the first time there will be an orderly transition, from one government to the other. So to say, 1999, after Orderly's time was finished in, I think, 2007, there was the argument as to who will succeed him. There was the battle between C.A.J and the likes, right? All right, so I've got my guest back. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly now. Okay, yeah, you can. So tell me, what do you make of the elections?
The March 18 election, unfortunately, is a replay of our old habit of elections in Rivers State. Prominent political actors in Rivers State, C.A.J, Governor Wike, these prominent recent political actors have by themselves before now lampooned the election in Rivers State. They have, in trying to hit at each other, and said, elections don't hold in Rivers State. We just write the results, and we carry on our own way.
Is that what they have been saying, Dr. Chinwo?
That is what they have said.
Okay.
C.A.J has said it, Wike has said it on different occasions. And then they thought they were hitting at each other. And what they have said is unfortunately what happened on March 18th. Rivers people came out hoping that there will be a difference. But INEC, which is in cahoots with some of the political parties and leaders, INEC acted that it out. People came out prepared to vote starting from February 25. But in many places they were threatened. In all the local government, bankers of PDP stock members went around, calling people to come to ask to vote, threatening people that if you are not coming for their candidate, you should come and vote. But people still came out as much as they wanted or they could. So the voting process wasn't the problem. INEC came to many people, but that wasn't the problem. People came out and voted, the number was low. That wasn't the problem as far as it is. The problem is that when they finished voting, INEC, unlike what they promised they gave, that results will be uploaded at the polling unit center, voting point, results were not uploaded. And they said everybody go to the council, local government council. Therefore, I followed to all the local government council. There at the gate, the police turned back, soldiers turned back every political party agent who is not for PDP. I don't know what happened to the PDP, but for myself, turned every party agent back and said only INEC officials will enter. And that was, all these are in breach of the provisions of the Electoral Act. An agent must be there when results are uploaded at the polling unit test and announced at the polling unit. And if agent wants to follow, he can follow and he has to follow to the World Collation Center. From there to the local government collation center. And this did not happen. And what we are hearing are results that are dished out, especially in places where PDP lost the election. They lost in many of the world.
Dr. Chinwo, you can't say they lost because that's not the official figures. But let's say you perceive.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
We not only observe the election, we monitor it. Right now, for instance, I've seen many of the world unit, the world unit results. As a lawyer, I belong to the let me be known. I'm not saying that I want to say, but I belong to the Labour Party. We have world unit results, which is very, very clear who won and who didn't win. So I'm not just saying throwing points at INEC or the PDP. So that's the problem why I blame the election of March 18. But as for the conduct this time was better than what happened what is it called, on
the presidential election.
And like in my unit, INEC people came out 8:30, not 10:30. INEC conducted the election. They are not confident in handling the givers. But the uploading of the result, they failed and rejected to do. And they did not allow agents to get into local government collection center. That's my observation.
All right then. Okay, so now that the results are being reeled out and we are seeing PDP leading in 22 LGAs, I was saying before we reconnected with you that in Rivers State we have not seen a smooth transition of government. After Odili's time, we saw the battle for who will be the next governor at the time. Umeya was in, the race. Amici was in the race. Eventually, it was Amici. After Amici's time, we saw another battle. It was Amici pushing for Peter's side, Dr. Peter's side, Dakuko Peter's side. And then, of course, Wike came on board. But now, for the first time, we're seeing, someone being supported by the governor becoming, possibly becoming the next governor of Rivers State. What do you make of this transition, this possible smooth transition of government?
Well, that would have been a good thing if the people voted for him.
Okay.
There's no doubt about that if people voted for any candidate of any party, and he wants fair and fair, the people will be happy to have him transit, whether from party to party, one group to the other, or to another party. So if there are free and fair election as we expected, and then PDP was handing over to PDP, it was a very commendable thing, because the government should not be noted for all these situations where the governor that's handing over will not attend the handing over ceremony of the new person. But see, there's no way that can happen as long as you create bad blood. When you impose candidates on the party and you want to impose candidates on the state, you create a situation where even those who attend will not be happy. And we have a situation where, whether you have that party or not, you'll be glad to attend the transition program. Governors should attend. So if we have it this time, it is only that one way we are having a governor handing over. But we are not having him carrying the people along. And that is what we are trying to say to avoid. You don't say should be known for no way of things being done. Not the way of you do it as if you have a group that is for you and the other group are not for you and the rest people don't matter. Allow us to vote. Stop bringing talk. Stop using the machinery of power of government against the people of Rivers State. It does not help.
All right.
Not help.
All right.
So that's the only thing that will be the black side on the transition of PDP to PDP. That's assuming that the tribunal matters are not concluded and then the performance is denied.
All right. So I was going to ask the next question, and okay, I was going to ask the next question, and it is looking at the campaign of the possible governor-elect in the state. It was based on consolidation. What would your expectation be, when the next government, possibly the PDP, is sworn into office? Possibly, emphasis on that word. What is your expectation?
Yes, let me not speak as a Rivers man concerning whether will emerge, whether it starts the government transition or consolidation. There are certain things that Governor Wike has done that we need consolidation. Wike has focused on roads in many places, but we wish that a new local government, a new governor can take that process forward. And we have all the local governments connected to Rivers, Port Harcourt, and even new roads open. Nobody should go and build flyover now and go to Elene and build flyover. People in Elene are suffering. Poverty is much, or Goni, or this thing. Go and develop new cities. Go and create industrialization in those areas. We want to, so if you consider what we did, and you do only what you have done, you have failed. We need a new thinking. For instance, I was speaking to a reporter this morning. It's Andoni, Bonny. These are natural ocean-facing areas for tourism. So Andoni has told her to even wildlife. Why don't you go and develop our River State in tourism? Agriculture, go to Godi, go to Oba. There's land, there's change. That what we are known for, we are becoming very poor. And the caravan areas, if we help and to clean the rivers and all that, This thing can continue. Why are we not doing that? So if you say I'm going to consolidate and the consolidation you're doing that you donate money like a weekend was donating money, or you focus only on Port Harcourt, then I will be disappointed. What the consolidation be that there's a focus on this time on doing the many things in doing the education stuff under which they with all respect to him. Health sector, to an extent, you can call you 40% there. There are many areas you could industrialization was zero with all respect to him. And so there are many areas a new governor should improve on.
All right.
If you can do that, maybe somebody will say, we couldn't have done everything. Let the new government not tell us consolidation because it's what we did, you are a failure. Even when you succeeded.
All right.
Do several other things. Our state must not continue to be a one city state.
All right, let me pause you now. Let me pause you now. We've got to go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue. Stay tuned.
Okay.
To a motorist, a haulage of
Thank you. I'm listening.
All right. So, for those of you joining the conversation right about now, we have been talking about the Rivers State Governorship Election, what happened on that day, and with the results that we have seen thus far. 22 LGA's result reeled out, and PDP is leading. Even the results from the House of Assembly election, PDP is leading. I'm asking the question, what would the next government look like? But I want to push it a little bit further now. Dr. Chinwo, now that the House of Assembly would look like it was, in this particular administration, I'm talking about the next government, do you see a repeat of legislative activities where usually rubber stamp, as some people have complained, some people have said so, or do you see a possible legislative assembly that will be people oriented?
Well, that is the danger. The people, the business of multi-pluralism or multi-partism is to it allows for plural thinking and therefore fruitfulness. Rivers State has suffered for the past 8 years. We have a very disastrous House of Assembly. That the only thing they did, maybe as a combination of the governor, is that the executive has some thinking to do. It was a pathetic situation in the House of Assembly of Rivers State that they didn't sit, they did nothing except at the instance and the breath of the governor. Now, if we have a similar assembly, assuming it's a PDP government and win, the government is not for election, and then we have a House of Assembly of Stooges. My brother, I fear for House of Assembly of Stooges.
Dr. Chinwo,
that is the danger that will stare all of us in the face, and that is why we are not able to help.
Dr. Chinwo, can you hear me? Dr. Chinwo, can you hear me? We're losing connection yet again, so I don't know. Maybe you can shift from where you are. Okay, so can you repeat some of the things you said?
Sorry?
Can you repeat some of the things you said?
Okay, what I'm saying is that if we have the kind of House of Assembly we have between 2015 and maybe 24th of May this year, then we are doomed for it. Because Rivers State have had the most docile House of Assembly in the country. Almost the most unthinking House of Assembly. The only thing they did was to look at the impulse of the governor. And it's so pathetic. One time this minor, or that is Manayan, he resigned and complained. And that was a very clear case. We have covered that thing. I was teaching in the school, and a number of Assembly was in my class, and I said, my friend, what does people even pretend to say, as if you're acting? Because in my own time in secondary school, I remember those who were in the House of Assembly. Prince Okotie, SO1 who represented me, people like Osoronu and all that. I was in secondary school. We had the House of Assembly every evening, how what they said. But now they are there, they laugh. But I know that the governor held them so tightly. And if we have that situation continuing, I think that's what is a new governor going to consolidate, then we are doing for it. We need a House of Assembly who should be the town hall of Rivers people. We have not had that for a long time. And I pray it doesn't continue.
All right. So what should be the focus? Now, my last conversation, I talked about disruptors. I talked about how the youths came into the system and disrupted things. The PDP has been dealt a big blow. The APC won with a hard fight. So the question is, it's not going to be business as usual. I want to believe a lot of politicians will up the ante. They will up their game. They would want to be serious this time with governance. What do you think should be the focus? One, for the executive arm of government in Rivers State.
Is it in Rivers State or outside?
I'm saying generally. I'm saying generally, even in Rivers State, generally.
Okay.
So when you look at from the executive arm of government, what do you think should be the focus? From the legislative arm of government, what also should be the focus?
Yes, the focus of the government, any government in Nigeria, chapter 2 of the Constitution has set out a whole lot of what needs to be done. Maybe that's why our party don't have manifesto. When the government look at chapter 2 of the Constitution, and begin to have legislative agenda and executive agenda along the lines of Chapter 2 of the Constitution, even the judiciary. Because the people must be the centerpiece. One of the people, because the people must be the centerpiece of government in Nigeria. But it hasn't been for a long time. The people have been taken for granted, however, don't matter. And security is not important to the government. People die, and we only hear statements being issued. I pray that it ends this time. And one hope that the OB factor has raised for us is that the youth of this country should never sit down again to say it is their government. We must be able to make this people work. Whether you voted for a member of the House or not, if it's not working, you should be upon him, whether at federal level or state level. If a member of House of Assembly in the other constituency where I come from, if the person who wins is not working, let the youth get up on the social media, go to the radio, go to if you need to demonstrate, and let him know that you went sent in there and he represents you to act to do something. And if it's not doing, let him know that it can't be a business as usual. So the executive and the legislature should know, just like the Chinwo has said, that okay, youth, I've heard your cry, I've heard your voice. They should not wait until when it is two months at the end of the season. Then there's no time, I know you're hungry. I know that this level, I expect 200,000, which was very cynical thing that the government did here in and we didn't apply. When in the last month, you say, I have to take service to recruit 5,000 people. Those are all cynical things you shouldn't do to people that have suffered so much. We need a government that works on day one and realize that the interest of the entire state matters. Everybody's matters. And the development of the entire state, the Rivers State shouldn't be a state that you can't practice. I mean, as a lawyer, you can't stay in a Honda and practice profitably. You can't stay in body, practice profitably. You can't stay in normal, can't stay in minimum. And that is wrong.
All right.
Before the Civil War, why are we still like this? Because our governors are not taking this narrative. I pray whoever imagines now will change that narrative. Because the poverty is too much. Nigeria is as in the third case. One poverty capital of the world should change.
All right,
so any government should try to see what they can do to change that. Otherwise, the youth should never say that it doesn't concern us. We should not wait until the police beat us and we go for answers. We must end bad governance. So whoever is there, whether Obio or Chinwo or Atiku, we must end bad governance by letting them know that we're interested in what they're doing, and if they're doing the wrong thing, we will not take it anymore.
All right, so let's open the phone lines and let's take 1 or 2, 3 calls and let's hear from the listener. 0700 923 0923. What is your expectation from the new government? The PDP is leading when we talk about the governorship election in Rivers State. 22 LGA's results called already, and the PDP has won in all of the 22 LGAs. So what is your expectation? What is your expectation of the possible not possible, there will be a new government, but the government we are looking at, the possible government? What are your expectations? I'd like to hear from you. I really want to hear from you, because it's the government for the people, by the people, and with the people, around the people, on top of the people, all of it. 92.3, I missed that one. Please do call back. 0700 923 0923. You can send messages on WhatsApp, text messages as well to the number 0809 030 6416. That's the WhatsApp and text message number. Or you can go on Facebook. We're live. Nigeria Info PH is the handle. Same with Twitter, Nigeria Info PH. All right, so let's read some messages while I'm waiting for the phone lines to ring. This one says the definition of democracy, Nigeria's context is different from what obtains elsewhere. In the last and ongoing elections, the masses did what they needed to do to get it right, but the politicians still devised means to have their ways. What's that thing that is needed to be done that the common people have not done? Prince is asking. All right, let's see. The stealing of the people's mandate will not work, and those that betray their brothers will gnash their teeth for doing so. It was revealed long ago that the election will go this way, but We will not be able to replace himself. Okay, William, thank you very much. This one says, to be honest with you, I'm not expecting anything from the new government because it is still the same fake promises. Clef Austin Rodriguez with that one. Yes, the network is very poor. You know, so I'm going to have your final words. What are your final words so I can let you go?
Okay, well, my final word is that those who are holding Rivers State in the jugular should please let Rivers State be free. We have been pushed down in every index of development in the state because of our stifling of democracy. From sports, intellectual and professional development, the Rivers State has been pushed down. Our living standard has gone too low. It's an embarrassment to the national and international community.
All right.
And democracy is at the root of it. Economic governance is at the root of it. So please, those who are enjoying power and holding Rivers State in a miserable situation, should please, in the interest of this state, in their own best interest, in terms of the generations to come, let Rivers State practice democracy, because democracy is not only an election thing, it's a last thing, a process thing that will reflect in the life. Liverpool should participate in the economy. Liverpool should participate in governance. And what they do, it will show everywhere. Having one man alone who knows everything, who has all the money, who does everything, is a failure for a system. Rivers State is one state where our people cannot travel for conferences, cannot hold conferences, cannot do meaningful things unless we go to government. That is for failure in governance, and it must change.
All right, then.
All
right, then. Thank you very much, Dr. C.A.J. Chinwo. Thank you for your time. Former lecturer at Rivers State University, a lawyer and a public affairs analyst, and one who has the expertise living in Nigeria. That's why we call him.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for your time, then. All right. Unfortunately, I cannot take any more calls. I'll just read one or two messages. But remember, after the major news, which will come your way by 6, we will have the open mic session, and we can talk about my unpopular opinion, or even the conversation we had at the 4 o'clock hour, the disruptors, and how damaged the main political parties are, given the way things went in the just concluded elections. I am Kalada Kurubatabo. Do stay tuned to 92.3 Nigeria Info. Remember, the open mic session will come up after the major news.